Hey everyone, I'm Steve from GamersNexus.net, and we're back with more Silverstone content from CES 2016, this time looking specifically at CPU coolers. And again, all of this content for CES 2016 is brought to you by iBuyPower's Revolt 2 small form factor gaming PC. There are 4 coolers on the table here. We're going to be talking about these 2 larger ones more specifically. First of all, this one is the AR07 and is sort of a spiritual successor to the AR01, which we've reviewed at least a year ago and liked quite a bit. It's an 11.5X cooler, so you want to use that on the Z series motherboards, for example, with the non-extreme series Intel CPUs. And that is because of the cold plate size. It's a bit smaller of a cold plate. It's not going to be perfect for the larger sockets, but that's just fine for Z series or non-extreme CPUs. As far as the specs, the difference here between the AR01 is primarily that the fan is now 140 millimeters on the AR07. The other one was 120 millimeters, so that's a bit of an upgrade. The fin design uses a diamond edge. Silverstone calls it fin pattern, and that's for turbulence reasons with airflow. And at the top, there's arrows, which look like a directionality thing, but it does actually serve a functional purpose, and that is to dissipate heat from the heat pipes, which, as many of you know, work by using liquid inside the heat pipes. So the heat pipe is filled with liquid. They're normally 6 millimeters or 8 millimeters, and that liquid heats up, goes to the top, cools down, and it has a phase change from gas to liquid, and that's where you get your thermal dissipation, and that is basically all capillary action. So the fin design here at the top should help guide some airflow from the top edge of that 140 millimeter fan through the heat pipe channeling and dissipate the heat, help cool it down and turn back into a liquid. On the other side is the AR08 cooler, and that's a bit smaller. It's a 92 millimeter form factor, has the same fin design. So everything I said about this is pretty much true over here. It's just smaller for the most part. And then these two are NT. So these are NT series coolers that are used for small form factor cases, which Silverstone's got a lot of here today. We've previously talked about the Raven series 01, 02, those types of cases, the small ones, the RVZ cases. And these also will work with some of the larger NUC boxes or other SFF form factor cases we've looked at. The only real difference here in terms of what you would be picking for your enclosure is height. So if you want a slightly taller or smaller one, you'd pick based on the headroom between your top panel and the CPU. You actually don't want to be too tight or too far, because the thermals could be worse with a bigger cooler if there's not enough room, and that's where these come in. So for more information, as always, check the article link in the description below, and then our previous videos on this mid-tower case. It's got a PSU shroud and things like that, so check that in the channel, and I will see you all next time.